Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for clicking onto this video. So a disclaimer, if you don't stick till the end of this video and you throw the title out of proportion, it's up to you. It's up to you. It was on a Wednesday, I remember, because I had only had one morning class on Wednesdays. Okay, last semester I had a 9 to 11 a.m. class, and the rest of the day I was free. So on that day I had an afternoon class. So let me call her Chelsea. So Chelsea called me that morning of Wednesday, and she was like, babe, I need to take me somewhere and I hope you're free. I don't know, you can check your schedule and tell me. So I tell Chelsea, actually I'm free and it's been a while since I went out, so tell me what the plan is. And Chelsea was like, okay, so there's this guy I met recently. We have been talking, vibing, nothing too serious. We haven't gotten intimate and stuff. So she told me, please, there's a friend of his who has a graduation. Let's call the guy Mr. Tin. Tin is actually the cheapest metal in the world. He deserves it. He deserves it. So she tells me Mr. Tin has a friend who is graduating, or no, has already graduated but has a graduation party that Wednesday. So I was like, cool, so what time are we meeting? And she told me around 5 p.m. So I told her sharp. So when I leave school, I'ma call you, keep me updated in case of any plans, but I'ma pull up for you, okay? So around 5, it's when I was like winding up preparing myself. But anybody who knows me, when I'm preparing myself, I usually take a little bit longer. Actually, if I have a class maybe at 7, it means I have to wake up by 4, because it usually takes me 2 hours. But obviously I can stretch it to 3:30 because I'm someone, when I prepare myself, I usually listen to music or a movie, you know, like I can't stay in I can't stay in a silent space in my head or even in my environment. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. So I was watching a Netflix movie, and then it was like, oh, it's already 5, I need to order a cab. I ordered a cab. It took a while. It took a while for a cab to, get to me. But eventually I got to a cab. And I remember the distance from my place to that place was not far. It was actually like a 20-minute drive. It wasn't far. And that is with traffic. So without traffic, I can even take 10 minutes. So I texted Chelsea because I found a missed call from her when I was in the shower. So I texted her and I told her, I'm actually on my way, calm down, You know how you tell a friend, I'm on my way, and utaki, like, So Chelsea, I get to that place. I see Chelsea alone. I ask Chelsea, why you alone? Where is Mr. Tin? And she tells me Mr. Tin is in the conference room. He's winding up a meeting with some of his clients, and he will be out in a short while. Like he said his meeting will end around 6:30, 7 p.m. And I was like, sharp. So I'm like, what will we be doing till that time, babe? Like, siningekuja hiyo 7, hata ungekuja hiyo 7. So akaniambia, no, actually Mr. Tina said we can order whatever you want and enjoy. Then I was like, anything free? Of course, things that are free are not that good, but I mean, so I was like, bring the menu, sorry. So actually I found Chelsea had ordered, like, she had eaten like a late lunch. For me, I'd not eaten lunch. Purely, I'd not eaten lunch. So I was like, okay, let me check the food menu. I ordered some, what are they called? Chicken drumsticks. What are they called? It's not chicken wings. Let's call them chicken drumsticks because they were tiny. And then it came with fries and a salad. So I was like, yeah. So I ate. I was snapping and shit. Then I was like, okay, can you even get a bottle of wine? And Chelsea's like, fine. Mr. Tin is loaded. So I tell her, sharp, you know what? We can do it. Let's do it. So I'm there, I'm ordering, I'm eating, I'm enjoying. I'm actually having a good time, guys. So time is passing. Chelsea is like, let's order shots, and I'm like, yeah, you know, like we are vibing, we're having a good time. Definitely there's no way out I'll be like, no, let's not have a good time. Like I was down for it. Plus the following day I had a class in the afternoon, so there's no way I would have sat down and be like, I don't want to enjoy myself, and why am I here, you know, apart from enjoying myself. So I was like, yeah, let's do it. So we were taking shots. So by the time 7, it's getting to 7 p.m. We are kind of tipsy, really tipsy, because we are laughing, we are making jokes. Mr. Tin came. It was done by 7:10ish there. A few minutes, actually, I think like 7:03 or something. He was done with the meeting. So he came and he paid for the stuff we had ordered. He was like, hey guys, you have even had minimum stuff. Why didn't you guys order more? And we were like, surely. You know, as we have done the most, I don't know where you wanted us, how far you wanted us to take this. So Chelsea introduced me, and one thing that caught my attention about Mr. Tin was how he was looking at me. So I was concerned because, like, if you know I am the friend to Chelsea, why are you looking at me in some type of way, like, you know, in a seductive way, like voyeurism situation going on there? And I was like, damn, this is a red flag. But you know, I can't say anything because at that point I wasn't even sure of what I'm saying, because you remember I'm tipsy. So I was like, probably I probably am overthinking and shit, but I wasn't. So we get to Mr. Tin's car. He had a nice car, let's not lie. And mind you, Mr. Tin is actually a principal in a well-known school. I will not obviously disclose anything because I'm keeping everybody's life situation on private, and I don't want Mr. Kimakasiriko. So we leave the place. The graduation ground, where the venue for the graduation party of Mr. Tin's friend was actually at distance. It was like, let's say, a 30-40 minutes drive, and it was, you know, a personal drive, not Uber, no traffic and shit. So it was like almost an hour to the venue. So we get to the place, beautiful vibes are there. I loved the arrangement, I loved everything, smart people there, like everything was given. Okay, there's no point I felt like I don't want to do this. I was happy, I was satisfied, I was like, oh lie, this was worth coming here for. Because you know, you ever gotten to a place and you're like, I'm happy here, I actually want to stay here forever. So that was the vibe I was getting. So we get to the place. Obviously the sherehe had already started. They were doing like the final graduation thingies, you give gifts and stuff. I don't know the program. I've attended very few graduation parties, and I tend to see that some of them have different program and, you know, order of activities. So that time we got there when they were giving the gifts, and obviously Mr. Tin gave his gift. So see, we got at the ceremony around 8ish there. So people were vibing, people, like, drinks were flowing, guys. People were having the time of their life, and we also joined in. And I was like, damn, this is so. As the time progressed around 9 p.m. ish, there's this lady who caught my attention, and also Chelsea's attention, because she was so all over Mr. Tin, yeah, and she was flirting. Like you could tell from afar they have had like an history. Like it didn't make sense, like how she was so free and touchy with him. So Chelsea didn't care, and I was actually like, babe, mbona haujali? And Chelsea was like, you know what, I've met this guy Juicy, we have no strings attached, we're even getting to know each other, so it's not that deep, let's have a good time, then I'll see what to do about this matter. And I'm like, sharp, this is your situation, I'm happy for you, but you do you also. So let's call this lady Gumboots. As she continued being drunk, she got worse. Like she was sitting on Mr. Tin, kissing him and everything. And then Mr. Tin got angry and he was like, you know what? This bitch got to go. Like she gotta go. Like she has to go home. And after end there. So like literally she got kicked out by Mr. Tin, to be specific. And I kinda felt like it was another red flag, because the way he kicked her out, I was like, something doesn't add up here. So she left, and that time time has flown. It's around now 10 p.m. Night is flowing, and then I got to a point, when you get like drunk, okay, not drunk at wizi tembe and shit, when you feel hot, like you feel nikiendelea kutakuwa kubaya. So I was like, babe, akiwala I gotta go, I'm gonna order an Uber, niishie kwangu. I need to sleep, guys. I've had enough. I have eaten, like nilikuwa nimeshiba, guys. I had eaten to my fullest. Come to think of it, it was around 11ish, yeah, because it was almost midnight when I was like, I want to go, because I've eaten. I'm not that drunk, but I'm drunk. But I'm not that drunk because, remember, guys, we ate all the way from 6 p.m. We have been eating at that ceremony. We have been snacking here and there because stuff was flowing. So Chelsea told Mr. Tin that Bella is leaving, and I think I also want to live with her. Then Mr. Tin was like, uyo mbaba bedhe ningejua yuko sawa from the get-go. So Mr. Tin is like, wait, ngujeni, I will drop you guys. Come on, relax, have a good time. Like, in the next 31 hour, I'm going to drop you guys. And I was like, okay. If you say 31 hour, I don't mind, because still people are there, people are vibing. Of course, some people had left. Kidogo too, a small chunk of people. So I was like, yeah, no problem. Actually, let's order more, like, what is it called, ciders. At that point I was drinking ciders because shots acha nikwambie, I'm a lightweight for those who don't know. So yeah, ordered ciders. We kept snapping and stuff, saving memories, because nowadays I don't snap to post. So as the night is progressing, and guys, remember it was around 11, and he has said like in 31 hour tutatoka. So I'm like, by 11:40 there, I need to see stuff moving. I need to see him being like, okay, you guys, I wanna go, let me pay my part of the bill, because I don't know what was happening, but people are share costing the guys, like the guys in the group, the boys group or something like that. So Mr. Tin doesn't even seem like he's going anywhere, and Mr. Tin has started sitting and sleeping. So I'm like, huyu mtu analala, nani anafaa kutuendesha? That time he had had a couple of drinks, but he still seemed okay. So Mr. Tin sleeps. And at that point we thought it was sleeping. So I'm like, okay, I'm like, Chelsea, ebu go check if that guy really wants to go. Mwamshe umwambie hata amechoka, tufanye nini, twende. Chelsea goes there to wake him up, and the guy doesn't even blink, he doesn't do shit. He's gone. And at that point, I'm looking at Chelsea's face, and I'm like, okay, that is a look of problems, like we have a major issue. So Chelsea comes back. We were sitting like in different places. Chelsea was not far from me, because we would chat here and there. Of course, we had to mingle with other people, but Mr. Tin was sitting a distance away from us, a distance. So Chelsea comes back and she tells me Mr. Tin has blacked out, and I'm asking her, blackout, what are you saying? Blacked out? And I'm like, ini kujifanya ama. So I go there with Chelsea, and I'm like, let me slap this guy and let me see kama ataamka. Nikamchapa. Of course sikumchapa na uchungu. I was like, Papa, I'm like, this guy baby amelala. So I took water like as jokes, because by the time it is sinking in us that I'm a blackout, it was like a hot minute, because I took some water and then I was like putting it in his mouth, because alikuwa amelala literally hivi. No, I had closed his eyes, but he was like, so you see, like amelala amefunga macho, but the mouth is open. So I'm putting water inside his mouth, and I'm like, walai huyu mtu ame blackout, si jokes. So I look at Chelsea and I'm like, babe, you know what? Mi nataka kwenda. Na if you want to go with me, we can go with each other, because sioni vile tutaka hapa. So Chelsea, with her immaculate heart, she was like, babe, let's not leave him. It's not safe. And I'm like, hata sijui hapa safe na unsafe nitadefine aje, because he looked like he knew these guys very well, and these guys knew him very well. So about safety didn't cross my mind. Plus I was like, did he care about our safety when he was blacking out? Because we are guests here, we don't know these people. He's the one who has brought us here. It's late, and then he's having the audacity to black out. Make it make sense. So Chelsea is like, no babe, you know what, actually let's do this. You go sleep in his car, let me keep him company, let me wait for him to wake up, and if he doesn't wake up in like 1-2 hours, then taku let lose uende, but please don't leave me. So I was like, okay, it's good, at least you have acknowledged that I need to sleep. And I'm like, babe, how do I sleep in the car? Like, how comfortable will I be? She was like, no, like, I'ma take you, you're gonna draw like the passenger seat, and sleep. Like, you need to rest. I know you need to rest. I think that can work for you in the meantime before I wait for him to wake up. So she was discussing at the point of view of that this guy will wake up eventually, like in 1 hour, 2 hours. So I was like, sharp, let me just go. And Chelsea was like, actually it is a friend. It was Mr. Tin's friend, one of the friends, who was like, Chelsea, as you even take the car keys, mweke simu vizuri. So he had 2 phones. So Chelsea took the phones, akakaa nazo ataleka kwa handbag. Plus Chelsea was not even drunk. That baby is a tanker. Like, her and drunkard, like, they rarely meet. So I tell Chelsea, let me borrow one of those cushions. Like, it was a lounge area stuff, like there was so much, the ground, like the place was so huge, and we were like allowed to be anywhere. So I was like, let me fetch like a cushion, ask like the management or something, like whoever is in charge of that place that had cushions, let me take 1 cushion, then I go sleep. Then I go sleep. Ooh, child, I'm tired. Then I go sleep at the back side of the car, so that I can sleep well. Like, I need my feet, like nitaka kulala kama niko kwa kitanda. Hii kitu ya kuteremsha kiti sioni kinibamba. So Chelsea was like, fine. So she took me to the car, she opened, and then she left me in the car, she locked it, and I was like, mi wacha nilale. So I slept. Guys, I slept. I didn't even set an alarm. I was like, babe, you'll wake me up when this dude wakes up. The time I was like starting to nap, it was like a few minutes to 1 a.m. So see, Chelsea ameniacha, mimi nimelala immediately. And guys, let me tell you, usingizia kulala place haufai kulala is the sweetest. Back in school where we used to sleep like on top of the locker, that sleep used to slap. So me sleeping in the car, like sijui ni kuchoka, I don't know, but you enjoy it. I enjoy it. Let me tell you guys, I was dreaming, short and sweet. So like, I think 30-40 minutes later, is it 30? It was a few minutes after 2. So it was like roughly 1 hour and some few minutes. Chelsea came back, and she came and she told me, so she knocked, she woke me up and was like, babe, what's up? Ameamka twende. Then she's like, ajaamka na pia mimi niko na usingizi. And since I have his belongings, let me join you in the car, we sleep. And I was like, fine, because that time usingizi imeshika, like hata singetaka kutoka nje ya gari, because at night it's cold. So when you step outside, obviously you'll feel the cold. So I was like, ingia, you sleep wherever you want to sleep. Around 3:34 a.m, we literally had pum pum pum, like bangs. Unajua kuna zile bangs, unasikia mtu amegonga, and you're like, okay, huyu mtu anataka kufunguliwa. But kuna ile unasikia, you're like, this person wants to fight with me. So I wake up, Chelsea was dead asleep. So I wake up Chelsea and I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Like, your dude, Mr. Tin, is here knocking. Like, nini mbaya? So Chelsea is like, ebu stoke tuone. Then we left the car. Because sasa unajua ni anajuana na ujamaa. Mimi simjui. Literally, I can't say I know him. Plus the way he was looking at me, I was like, me, I need to keep my distance. So I was like, where Chelsea? Shuka wa kwanza. So Chelsea ameshuka wa kwanza. So Mr. Tin had like 2 soldiers. Are they 2 or 3? They were 2. They were 2 because they were men. And I don't know alikuwa hata amewatoa wapi, but they were from the premises, the graduation grounds we were. So amevurutanisha Chelsea na Masira. Ako like, wapi simu yangu ya msichana? Nini. And then I'm there looking at him and I'm like, what the fuck? Why are you holding Chelsea like that? Ebu mwachilie. And I'm literally saying it. Say it iko kwa akili. Ati hakili. Haiko kwa akili. I'm there being like, ebu achilia Chelsea, because I don't understand what you're doing. I don't know who you think you are for you to do that shit. So the guy is like, nyamaza, soja, shika huyo pia. So the soja ananishikilia, na niko like, nini tumefanya? Then Chelsea is actually almost crying. Chelsea is like a cry baby. I'm also a cry baby, but it depends. When I get angry, I either go crazy or I cry. So I don't like it. But I'm working on my anger management issues. So Mr. Chelsea was like, the phones ziko kwa gari, simu ziko kwa gari. Mr. Chelsea. Tin is like, okay, let me check. He checks and then he finds his phone and then he's like, oh. Then he thinks like things were happening so fast. So after Mr. Tin anasema ati amepata vitu zake, ako like na laptop yangu. So I'm like, what the fuck? This guy is actually calling us thieves indirectly. So at that point I'm so pissed. I'm like, okay, I know where all this bullshit is going. I was like, alright, I know where this bullshit is going. So I'm looking at Chelsea and I'm giving her a look of, babe, don't even dare cry. We need to be strong because this motherfucker needs to be dealt with. Si ameangalia laptop. Si amepata laptop iko. He then goes round the car. So the car was parked this way. The driver's seat is here. The passenger seat is here. And then the behind part of the car. So sisi tulitokea hii mlango hii side. Literally like behind the passenger seat. So alizunguka hiyo side yote. Of course amepata laptop. Sijui alikuwa ameiweka wapi. Me, that guy was so strange. Up to date freak. Hood rat. So he goes round. Then he gets there. Then he comes back. You know that time I'm literally shocked. Like vitu hazijabsorb kwa mimi. Because I'm like ni nini naendelea. Like tumefika jing point. And I'm like yani wewe lazima ukuje uamke ukuje utuletee drama. And we are here because of you. So the soldiers wametushikilia. Kila mtu ameshikwa na soja moja. We are scared, we are confused, I'm angry, like we are pissed. He comes back and then he's like, pesa yangu sioni, umechukua pesa yangu, toeni pesa zangu. Ako like, soja, ebu wainue hizo manguo, wainue hizo nguo nione kama wako na pesa yangu. So at that point, I am pissed. I'm like, you guys don't fucking touch me. At this point, you need to call the police because what the hell is happening? If you need to make tumekuibia, imagine 20 station because the way you're solving shit right now is not right. It's uncouth, it's uncalled for. You're literally harassing us and sexually harassing us. So Soja aki those men, they were literally lifting our dresses and then says ujue zetu tumevaa ati dress fluffy. It's a tight dress. Mimi na Chelsea. So you can imagine the situation. I'm actually angry remembering it because like what was it necessary? Like what was the reason? Ile time washaanza kutupandisha dresses, that time Mr. Tin amechukua handbag zetu. He has literally done like this. I don't know how to describe. I don't have a handbag here, but he literally took our handbags and he was like pouring all our stuff out. And I'm like, where do you think we have hid your money? And what money are you talking about, bro? Do you know if we were to steal from you, we would have stolen kitambo? Plus where we are from, me and Chelsea, we don't do that kind of bullshit. Why would we? Nini? Honestly. Anyway, so when I saw things getting out of hand, I was like, I told Mr. Tin now loud. I was like, ita police sai, ama ni mimi nawapigia simu. Hautatufanisha hii kazi. So I'm taking my phone, I'm there dialing. So I'm dialing, I'm literally checking. I was contacting someone to come and help me in this situation because I'm like, the cops need to be involved. This is wrong. This is unfair. Like everybody is on your side. It's only me and Chelsea this side and you're accusing us falsely. We need a third party. We need a third party. A third party. So when Mr. Tin saw me dialing on my phone, he was like, usifanye hivyo. And I'm like, say what now? I don't blame you. I don't blame you one bit. So I'm like, mbona nisifanye hivyo? So umesema tumekuibia pesa. Wacha police wakuje approve his story because mimi utanifanya hivyo. So Mr. Tin is like, wacha niangalie tena. So me and Chelsea, I'm looking at Chelsea and I'm like, are you joining the dots? I'm the only one thinking or joining the dots here. So Mr. Tin goes round the car again. He goes and took like 3 minutes because alikaka. Then I was like, mimi wacha niendelee to call usaidizi ikuje. Then he came and then he was like, poleni, hata hiyo pesa hata ikuwa kwa igari. Poleni, I was confused. Nini. Aki, let me tell you guys, the way I was mad and angry. I literally threw this soldier's hand the other side and I was like, what hata mimi kunishikilia. I literally collected my stuff from the floor. Chelsea that time tears were literally rolling down her cheeks. I told her wacha kulia. I literally shouted at her. I told her wacha kulia. Okota vitu zako tunaenda saa hii right now. Si kesho kutwa, si juzi. Tunaenda lini? Tunaenda saa hii. So Chelsea is to collect us. Mr. Tin is there calling Chelsea. I was like, Chelsea, calm down. Imagine I'm sorry for overreacting. I shouldn't have done this. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Come, you guys. I take you home. And I'm like,
hey, I know. This is
Sasa si nimejam to a point that hata sisikia anasema nini. Like guys, have you ever gotten angry to a point that everything around you is blocked? You cannot even tell who is passing here literally next to you. You're so angry, you're focusing. So I took my phone. I was obviously holding my phone. I took my phone and then I ordered a cab. Thank God the cab didn't even take like 5 minutes. It was less than 5 minutes. The cab came. Mr. Tin bado anatufuata hadi kwa gate because hata niliambia hata mtu wa cab hata usishughulike kuingia, sisi tunakuja hapo nje, usibother hata kuingia kwa hii place, tunakuja hapo nje. So Mr. Tin is even following us. Can you imagine? This man is following us. What for? Mr. Tin, what were you doing? Anyway, so we entered the cab. Mr. Tin akaacha huko and then alikuwa like, ama nilipe cab please. Anaongea na mtu wa Uber, unawapeleka wapi? Nikamwambia mtu wa Uber, acha nikwambie, ukiendelea kuongea na yeye utaumia bro, utaumia. Mr. Uber akilet mwite Mr. Uber. Mr. Uber akakuwa like, okay, twende. He drove off. Thank God he listened, because kama angekosa kutusikiza tungebaki kwa hiyo drama sijui hadi saa ngapi. And so guys, it's past 4 am, inaelekea 5. Imagine drama yote shwali. Anyway, we live and learn. So the Uber driver dropped us. Ali dropped Chelsea kwa sistake. Chelsea didn't want to go home, and obviously I was dropped at my place. And I remember I didn't even touch on that topic until the following day. Kumbuke guys, I had an afternoon class that same Thursday. Kumbuke Wednesday imeisha tuko Thursday. So I had a class in the afternoon on Thursday. So I slept the better part of the day. I woke up, ate lunch, went for my class. So jioni that day is when Chelsea called me. She apologized for the experience and was like, it's okay, I don't even blame you at any point. I mean, these things happen, like things that you didn't plan happen. It wasn't your fault. You did your best. You actually kind to that guy, even the whole process of you keeping his phones and stuff. But you told her, please listen to me, never give this guy a chance, ever, because hata bado mjajuana vizuri alafu na kufanyia hivi na rafiki yako hivyo. Honestly, is that even good? Definitely not good. But yeah guys, you live and learn. I did kind of enjoy the experience because we had fun the major part of the time. It was just that small incident that really rubbed left a bad taste in my mouth. But yeah, we live and learn. I'm happy, and yeah, thank God I'm here to tell you guys this story time. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you didn't mind. I'm sorry guys if I seem like I have a heavy tongue or my eyes are kind of reddish. Trust me, it's not my fault. I usually have bipolar medication that I take morning and night time, and the nighttime are stronger because like they're for nighttime, that help me sleep, therefore my mood balancing and shit. So ile makosa nimefanya, nimekunywa hizi dawa. Right now it's 11:25 p.m. I want to sleep like in the next 5 minutes. I'll edit this video tomorrow. So yeah, so nimekunywa around 10:30 hivi. And as I told you guys, I usually have a week span of 1 hour. So when I drink the medicine, I just know in less than 1 hour I need to sleep, because this is a situation that will happen. My tongue will become heavy, I will start drooling, my eyes will be like sleepy and shit, and that is not what I like looking like. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. Please ensure you like, please ensure you subscribe, please ensure you comment, share this video, and please remember guys, we are on road to 1,000 subs. We are on always do your best and God will do the rest. Bye.